welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to have a reaction video about Warriors of the Net. So if you're interested about how internet works, please keep on watching. So for today's video, I'm going to have a reaction video about the film Reaction of the Net. So let's get started. Fairness, great intro. First character, TCP packet. Next one, ICMP pin packet. Another one, UDP packet, especially the router. Ping of death, the router switch.
For the first
And
time in
another
history,
million gas.
people and machinery are working together, realizing a dream. A uniting force that knows no geographical boundaries without regard to race, creed, or color. A new era where communication truly brings people together. This is the dawn of the net.
So, just talk about how the internet
Want to know how it works? Click here to begin your journey into the net.
Clicking the
Now, exactly
link.
what happened when you clicked on that link? You started a flow of information. This information travels down into your own personal mailroom, where Mr. IP packages it, labels it, and sends it on its way. Each packet is limited in its size. The mailroom must decide how to divide the information and how to package it. Now, the package needs a label containing important information, such as sender's address, receiver's address, and the type of packet it is. Because this particular packet is going out onto the internet, it also gets an address for the proxy server, which has a special function, as we'll see later.
There's some more.
The packet is now launched
Certain
onto your
address.
local area network, or LAN. This network is used to connect all the local computers,
Cool.
routers, printers,
So
etc. for information exchange within the physical walls of the building. The LAN is a pretty uncontrolled place, and unfortunately, accidents can happen.
It looks like EDSA.
The highway of the LAN is packed with all types of information. These are IP packets, Novell packets, Apple Talk packets. They're going against traffic,
look
as
like,
usual. The local router reads the address and, if necessary,
outer
lifts the
space.
packet onto
There's an
another
alien.
network.
Ooh, the router.
The router, a symbol of control in a seemingly disorganized world.
Sorry about
My
that.
favorite character is
This
router.
one here. Oh, this one's here. This one goes here. I don't like this one. Let's go with this one.
Router's so
Here.
cool,
Let's
right?
put this one here. Another channel here. Let's put that one here. Let's put that. Let's put that one here.
There he is, systematic, uncaring, methodical, conservative, and sometimes not quite up to speed.
Sorry.
But at least he is exact, for the most part.
Over there. That one was there. That was there. That one was there. That one was there.
Wait, there's an...
Another one that was there. That was there. He's behind. Let's go back. That was there.
Why is the
That was
router
there.
breaking some boxes?
As the
Because
packets
it
leave the
doesn't allow
router,
to be-
they make their way into the corporate intranet and head for the router switch. A bit more efficient than the router switch plays fast and loose with IP packets, deftly routing them along their way. A digital pinball wizard, if you will.
Ang cute na router switch.
Watch this, Mom. Here goes whoop around the back. Hey, in there, in there, in there. Over the left, over the right, over the left, over the right. You got it. Here it comes. Right out. He shoots. He
So cute.
As packets arrive at their destination, they're picked up by the network interface, ready to be sent to the next
Network
level.
interface.
In this case,
Next
the
level
proxy.
is in the network
The proxy is
interface.
used
So
by
the
many
first level is
companies
the
as
router.
sort of a middleman
Right.
in order to lessen the load on their internet connection, and for security reasons as well. As you can see, the packets are all of various sizes, depending upon their content.
Packets has all various sizes. According to my understanding, it's only 1,000 to 3,000 sizes.
The proxy opens the packet and looks
It
for the
look
web
like
address
factory.
or URL. Depending upon whether the address is acceptable, the packet is sent on to the internet.
Oh, so there's a screening. Great.
There are, however, some addresses which do not meet with the approval of the proxy. That is to say, corporate or management guidelines.
So the proxy
These are
screened if the
summarily
address
dealt
is
with.
acceptable.
We'll have none of that.
If
For
it's
those who
not,
make it,
they break
it's
it.
on the road again.
For those who make it, it's on the road again. If not, bye-bye.
Next up, the firewall.
Firewall.
The corporate firewall serves two purposes. It prevents some rather nasty things from the internet from coming into the intranet, and it can also prevent sensitive corporate information from being sent out onto the internet. Once through the firewall, a router picks up the packet and places it onto a much narrower road, or bandwidth, as we say. Obviously, the road is not broad
Another
enough to take
router.
them all. Now you might wonder what happens to all those packets which don't make it along the way. Well, when Mr. IP doesn't receive an acknowledgement that a packet has been received in due time, he simply sends a replacement packet. We are now ready to
Oh.
very little control and regulation. No
For those who
ideas find fertile
don't
soil to
go in,
push the
they
envelope
have
of their
a replacement.
possibilities. But because of this freedom, certain dangers also lurk. You'll never know when you'll meet the dreaded ping of death. A special version of a normal request ping, which some idiot thought up to mess up unsuspecting hosts. The paths our packets take may be via satellite, telephone lines, wireless, or even transoceanic cable. They don't always take the fastest or shortest routes possible, but they will get there. Eventually. Maybe that's why it's sometimes called the worldwide wait. But when everything is working smoothly, you can circumvent the globe 5 times over at the drop of a hat. Literally.
Ping of death?
And all for the cost of a local call or less. Near the end of our destination, we'll find another firewall. Depending upon your perspective as a data packet, the firewall could be a bastion of security or a dreaded adversary. It all depends on which side you're on and what your
Worldwide
intentions
wait.
are. The firewall
It
is designed
depends
to
upon
let
how
in
the connection
only those
pass.
packets that meet its criteria. This firewall is operating on ports 80
Everyone was
and
waiting for
25.
a more fastest
All
connection,
attempts to
right?
enter through other ports are closed for business. Port 25 is used for mail packets, while Port 80 is the entrance for packets from the internet
The
to the web
firewall
server.
also has a screening. They only
Inside the
let
firewall,
in who is
packets are
passes
screened
in
more
their
thoroughly.
criteria.
Some packets make it easily through customs, while
Right.
others look just a bit dubious.
Many
Now, the
screening
firewall
in the
officer is
internet,
not easily
right?
fooled, such
I
as when
thought
this
it
ping of
was
death packet
Only
tries to disguise itself as a normal
easy
ping
access.
packet.
It's okay, Mom.
But
It's okay.
in this video, it's not.
Have a nice day. We out of here.
Now I know.
For those packets lucky enough to make it this far, the journey is almost over. It's just a line up on the interface to be taken up into the web server. Nowadays, a web server can run on many things, from a mainframe to a webcam to the computer on your desk, or why not your refrigerator? With a proper setup, you can find out if you have the makings for chicken cacciatore or if you have to go shopping. Remember, this is the dawn of the net. Almost anything's possible.
Paulito, it's
One by one, the packets are received, opened, and unpacked.
looking. It's a looking.
The information they contain, that is, your request for information,
Oh, that's
is sent on to the web server application. The packet itself is recycled, ready to be used again, and filled with your requested information. Addressed and sent out on its way back to you. Back past the firewall,
So,
routers,
after watching
and
the
on
video,
through to the
I
internet.
see you saw it. I enjoy
Back
watching
through
this
your
video
corporate firewall.
because the character is so good. It's so good. It's animated
And on to
about
your
how they-
interface.
and
Ready to
how
supply
they
your web browser with the information you
explain
requested.
How the internet works. It's very and
That is
understandable. Even
this
the,
film.
Even the kids can understand this video. So I suggest this video to be
Pleased with their
watched by
efforts
anyone
and trusting in a better world, our trusty data packets
after
ride
watching the
off
video,
blissfully
I can
into the
more
sunset of
understand
another
how the
day,
internet works.
knowing fully
I can
they have
more-
served their masters well.
I have more ideas
Now isn't that
what is going on
a happy
inside
ending?
the internet. And actually, I thought it was like Penelope or the Ralph breaks the internet, but it's somehow similar, but it's more focus than that movie. Um so I guarantee you that after watching this video, you'll be more intelligent, or you'll know more about internet, and you'll be more interested about internet. So